They ran out of his room and was out of the house, ignoring the pain he was feeling on his feet. His heart was beating loudly in his chest at the thought of he was standing there in the rain, in the thunderstorm, last 3 hours. As he came out of the house, the door, he stopped there. Jungkook, what the hell are you doing there? Come inside. They screamed, but he looked away. He was visibly shaking for the coldness, which didn't go unnoticed by Tae. When he felt he wasn't going to listen, he walked toward him, as he also tensed in the heavy ring. Jungkook, they shouted. He turned around in shock seeing him like this. Tae, go inside. Why you come outside? Can't you say it's raining? He yelled at him, but they walked closer to him. That's why I came here. Can't you see it's raining? Then why? What the hell are you doing here? They shouted, standing in front of him. He didn't reply and stared at him for a second. 'Cause I thought I could give you some happiness with this, he said hardly, taking breath, his teeth chattering with that cold. They looked at him confused and formed. What do you mean? They asked, and his smile which didn't reach his eyes. You said you'll be happy to see me in pain, so I just tried to give you some happiness, he said, and they felt all the air were knocked in his thought, and heart would skip its beat. What the hell are you talking about? They shouted. Look at him in disbelief. Oh, now I got it. You're doing this to earn my forgiveness. Do you really think doing this movie's done in front of me and I'll forgive you? They yelled in anger. No, I didn't think you would forgive me. I just want to feel this coldness. I just wanted to erase this burning sensation which my heart is feeling. But this rain also couldn't reach in my heart to erase that pain and burning feeling. They shouted and held his both arm. Your behavior gave me pain. It's hurt, Taehyung. It's really hurt. I don't know how long I can be able to endure your hatred. But I'm trying. And I will be trying my last breath. Till I feel I'm no longer fine for you. And my biggest strength is you. Is this. Putting his hand on the baby bump, he continued. Our baby. Being with you and our baby, this thought gave him strength. Or else, I don't think I could bear all this pain anymore. He said, all this while gripping his arm, keeping him close. In this rain and darkness, they both still could see each other tear-filled eyes. My some harsh word would give you pain, and you can't bear this. Do you really think about the pain it caused me? How I feel whenever you didn't believe me. How I felt when you saw me for carrying someone else's child. He screamed all that holding him by his collar, which he didn't want to mention but couldn't help back himself while pouring the. It's only your side, you see. Not mine, he screamed but frustrated and cupped his face with a soft look. You're doing this because you're insecurity. Don't you remember how many times I tried to talk to you? But you just threw your anger at me without telling me the reason. I kissed him, not because I wanted to do, but because of my frustration and wanted to win that argument. I did assure you, I swear on my baby day, didn't think about that reaction after my action. That is cause. And do you think you can justify your action by saying all this? They said with a hateful expression. No, I'm not justifying my action. I just wanted to know that. I never mean to hurt you. I love you. I truly love you. Do you remember before I left America? I promised you here, sitting on this swing, pointing toward the swing, he continued, that I will come back to you at the end. See, here, you're that 15-year-old cook who loved this day, who left you, is here, you cook you love a lot. He couldn't live without you. He confessed his feeling which he was feeling last 3 hours standing there. Remember all the promises he made here. Today, which increasing his pain. But this day doesn't love you. This day wants to live without you. This day can't forgive you. This day is hate you. They said and screaming like at the end. He took a few steps back while feeling weak. His tears would start rolling down. Why? Why he's so late? When he broke him completely, he realized his love. Why after ruining everything, he want to fix again. I'm a human, not a doll. That whom you can play whenever you want, they said and crying. His voice would barely come out due to that pain and coldness. Jungkook felt his heart was clenched painfully, seeing Taehyung's painful face as he ran to him and again cupped his face, putting his forehead on him. He whispered enough for him to hear. I know. I made a mistake. Now, please forgive me. I can't live without you. I will die. The heart was beating. Will stop if you leave me. Trust me on this. I'm not even mine anymore. I'm only yours. They poured his heart out and really tears were escaped, but they shook his head while sobbing. They couldn't help but felt his words were melting his heart some extent, but he didn't let him that expression and push him away. I can't believe you. Mumbling this, he took a few steps back, but stumbled and sat on the floor as he felt that his ankle was twisted painfully, and he screamed, left his mouth. Jungkook ran toward him and sat beside him. Are you okay? He asked hurriedly, and they shook his head. It's hurting, they cried, closing his eyes. His feet were already swollen due to that pregnancy, and now his ankle were twisted, made it worse. Jungkook looked at his feet, and eyes were winded as he saw his swollen feet. What is this, Tae? Why your feet were swollen like this? He asked. He shocked, but they couldn't say anything, and continued crying in pain. He wrapped his arms around him, and his back, and other around were on his knees. Dad took him in his arm. Cook, it's raining. They cried out loudly, wrapping his arms around his neck while pressing his face in his chest. That pain was increasing his speed. It will be okay, my love. Don't cry, he said, feeling the pain as he walked inside the house. Walking inside his house, he sat on the coffee table cause his wet cloth. He was moving his feet here and there out of pain while crying. They don't move. Please wait here, he said while running to the washroom and come back with a pain relief spray. He sat on the ground and took his feet carefully on his knees. Cook, don't touch it. Like this, it's hurting, they yelled. They relaxed, seeing there's a spray on his ankle. They held his shoulder tightly and hold back and screaming. Your feet are too much swollen, Tae, he said worriedly, running his finger on his feet. Look at, he saw where smoke was coming out their mouth as he was shivering. Oh God, you will catch a cold, he almost yelled as he realized that his condition, and ran to the cupboard, took out a simple nightie, including towel. What are you doing? They asked, feeling exhausted as he saw Jungkook coming with that thing. He put his and towel on the couch beside the table and stared at Tae. He went closer to him, and then they felt his hand on the back. What? He warned, and they put his finger on his lips. It was annoying and crying at the behavior, but he was coming outside in their train. You have done what you wanted. Now let me do what I wanted. And they couldn't miss that anger, love, and so many emotions in his eyes. And plus, he was already exhausted and feeling cold, so he couldn't bring himself fight with the man who was looking at him with so much love. They pulled his zip down. He shivered a little and took off his shirt. That one by one,